The intersection of Xizang South Road and Lujiabang Road used to be packed with shops, but now they're all empty. It's very close to the Red House Hospital, so the location isn't bad.
现在的商业都这么卷了吗？
Is business really this cutthroat these days? This location cost $40,000 to transfer 3 years ago, and the one next door had a minimum entry fee of $10,000. But now none of that is needed. The rent has just plummeted to just over $10,000, and it's still vacant for so long. Shanghai indeed.
上海啊，
Shanghai, once China's most economically prosperous city, is now caught in a vicious cycle of unemployment, business closures, collapsing rents, and sluggish consumer spending. Whether you're a business owner, an employee, or even a tourist, you can feel the city's loss of vitality. The Chinese people who enjoyed the benefits of 40 years of reform and opening up are now witnessing the disappearance of their vibrant atmosphere and helplessly watching this Great Depression descend.
我现在所在的地方就是在上海宝山。
I'm currently in the Yangtze River International Business District on Yinggao West Road, Baoshan District, Shanghai. Let's see how many shops are open. The clothing stores are closed, their doors are tightly shut. The only Sea-Trip travel agency here is open. The amusement park is closed. Looking inside, the elevators going up are all closed, meaning these floors are completely empty. And this crayfish restaurant is empty, it's probably closing soon. There's also a tasting burger shop here, closed and deserted.
里面也关了，没人了。
At 7:30 p.m., the Grand Gateway Plaza in Shujiahui, Shanghai city center, is practically deserted. I just got back from Kuala Lumpur. At 10:30 p.m., the streets there were packed with cars, while Shanghai is like this. Oh, Coconut Chicken shut down, Yangguo Fu closed, and Nanxi closed too.
今天来到了
Today, I came to number 10 Fuli Canal. As you can see, many of the shops on the ground floor are closed. I lived here for a while before, and many shops have already closed down. Looking at the surrounding environment, I just checked there's a sunken plaza in front, and basically all the shops there have collapsed. Looking over there, many shops have also collapsed. And over here, this is the Xishang Yuan residential area. As you can see, this area is quite convenient with easy transportation.
看一下啊，这边还是挺方便的啊，交通挺便利。
都是拽着行李箱回家。
Look, everyone is dragging suitcases home. It's packed with people.
满满，全是。
Fellow villagers, we can't take it anymore. All the buses behind us are going back to our hometowns. Everyone's carrying big bags and small packages, taking all the food they need back home, brothers. Once a bustling metropolis, Shanghai is now experiencing an unprecedented consumer winter. Numerous online videos show that the once vibrant city is now eerily quiet. Shopping malls are sparsely populated and many shops are closed. Some netizens reported that many shops in Lujiazui have closed. Large shopping malls are almost empty, with virtually no businesses operating. One large shopping mall in Daning Road in Jing'an District is completely closed, except for a billiards hall on the basement level. The manager of the billiards hall stated that the hall will also be closing. Shenyuan Road Pedestrian Street in Chuansha Road Pudongnu area, Shanghai, was once very popular with a large flow of people. Who would have thought that in just a few years this street would become so deserted? Now, apart from a few shops operating at both ends of the street, the other shops have been largely vacant for a long time.
只身一人，带着1600块来到上海。
Alone, I came to Shanghai with $200, thinking that as long as I worked hard, I would definitely succeed. But I've spent $144, still no job, and the remaining 56 can't support my dreams, nor can I go home. I don't regret the hardship, but I really regret being so impulsive, regret coming here without a second thought. Now, I'm in a dilemma, full of heartache. Those who don't work can just eat a meal. Today, I ate an egg pancake, which cost 3 yuan. The less I spend, the worse I feel.
心里越不是滋味。
大家好，上海最便宜。
Hi everyone, this is the cheapest rental in Shanghai. 2 rooms upstairs, 2 rooms downstairs, each room $14 or $57 for the whole place. This one has stairs.
这个带楼梯的。
天哪，还有人住在。
Oh my god, someone still lives here.
兄弟们，一夜之间，
Brothers, the landscape of the Yangtze River Delta region has changed overnight. Shanghai is saturated, Kunshan is saturated, Suzhou is saturated too. Only those who live and work in these cities truly understand how I feel. Many people have been rushing around Shanghai for days, running between Pudong New Area and Songjiang District. Some are tired of this and want to move to another city. Right now, every city is in the same state. Saturated, don't waste your travel expenses and torment yourself.
你也别浪费那个路费，折腾自己。
中午12点24分，一桌没有。
12:24 p.m., not a single table. I use such good meat, such expensive noodles, such fresh vegetables, and still couldn't make a restaurant successful.
都没把店做起来，我感觉我做餐饮太失败了。
投资40-50万的餐饮店。
I feel like I failed miserably in the restaurant business. A restaurant with an investment of $60,000 to $70,000, and today there isn't a single table. It's tough. The environment is okay, the food is okay, but there's no one. What's wrong?
就是没人，问题出在哪里呢？
现在这就业形势真是太魔幻了。
The current job market is truly surreal. A friend told me the other day that their company stopped hiring, and the higher-ups were furious. They insisted the company set up stalls at universities using a mix of coaxing, intimidation, and threats, but to no avail. The entire company is speechless. They are almost out of long-term employees, yet they are still hiring. Eventually, they were just going through the motions. However, this year, the government is serious about this issue. They're requiring my company to hire 4 recent graduates. Then, the company said they'd lay off 2 long-term employees to pay for 4 new graduates their minimum wage salaries, but they must pay Social Security. If their contracts expire in 1 year, they'll be immediately fired, and even then, there's fierce competition. Our minimum wage here is $347, not even enough for basic food and lodging. I really don't know how these students are supposed to survive. Are they supposed to rely on their parents and work for free?
真不知道这帮学生该怎么活，啃老上班吗？
I strolled around Xuhui District today, and there was nobody on the streets. It is so desolate. At 1 p.m., there isn't a single person. With rents exceeding $10,000, how are these businesses managing to survive? Shanghai isn't like it used to be. There's no vibrancy left. What happened to Shanghai? Where did everyone go? The latest official Chinese data shows that the urban surveyed unemployment rate rose to 5.3% in January and February this year, higher than the market expectation of 5.1%. On March 16, 2026, current affairs commentator Xiao Yi told overseas Chinese media that the employment data released by the CCP appears stable, but actually mask the true state of the job market. In other words, only those who meet the criteria of unemployed plus actively seeking work are counted as unemployed. Therefore, in reality, 3 groups are not fully reflected in the data. First, a large number of ordinary college graduates are not fully included in the statistics. For example, graduates preparing for postgraduate entrance exams, civil service exams, or studying abroad, even if they don't have jobs, will not be counted as unemployed because they haven't actively sought work in the past 3 months. For example, graduates who temporarily return to their hometowns, live in school dormitories, or in a state of flux are excluded from the sample. Since 2025, the number of graduates from regular universities in China has exceeded 12 million annually. Secondly, the nearly 300 million migrant workers are systematically underestimated or omitted. A large number of migrant workers in cities are rural residents with non-local household registration, belonging to the floating population. When unemployed, they often return to rural areas and do not meet the official unemployment standard. Therefore, they are not included in the statistics. In 2024, the number of migrant workers nationwide was approximately 299.7 million. Thirdly, a large number of so-called flexibly employed individuals are not included in the unemployed population, but are instead classified as employed. The CCP's statistical standard considers anyone who has engaged in at least 1 hour of paid work during the survey week to be employed. Therefore, ride-hailing drivers, food delivery riders, e-commerce or live streaming sales professionals, self-media earners, temporary or casual workers, and small business owners, even with low incomes and unstable employment, are usually classified as employed. Statistics show that by the end of 2025, the total number of flexibly employed individuals in China had reached 280 million. Are you aware of a terrifying phenomenon? Starting in 2026, many companies in Shanghai are hiring for a monthly salary of only around $579. Yes, you heard right. Previously it was over $1,100, but now it's only $579. Many recent college graduates are earning this meager salary.
拿的就是这点可怜的薪水。
做珠宝已经6年了。
I've been in the jewelry business for 6 years. The current overall economic environment coupled with our constantly increasing costs makes me honestly feel that all my persistence seems pointless, especially considering the current situation. This place is on a commercial street which should have high foot traffic, but the closure rate on the street has reached 50%.
闭店率，我们这一条街已经达到了50%。
看，这是我家楼下的这条街。
Look, this is the street downstairs from my home. Countless big restaurants have changed hands here, but now they're all leased out. It's so hard to do business these days. How's the shop downstairs from yours? It must be leased out too.
商铺还好吗？一溜，全都是外队的。
这是苏州观前街。
This is Guanchan Street in Suzhou. It was a commercial hotspot 30 years ago, bustling with activity. Now you hardly see any tourists. Even the older established Xiaoli Song has closed down.
小吕宋也关了。
今年这个生意，浮躁的人做不了。
This year's business is too difficult. If you are restless, heart damaged, have high blood pressure, or have sleep problems, you can't do it. It's too hard for most people and too difficult for the elderly.
一般人都做不了，太难了。
Let's
take a look at whether it's easy or not to run physical businesses right now. This fruit shop has been open the longest since I moved here, probably 4 or 5 years. I bought half a watermelon for $8 back then. Now it's closed. I remember the steamed bun shop used to be run by a father and son, and it was open for a year before closing too. Moving on, the Xi'an Baowei chicken shop has been open for quite a while now. It's been at least 2 years since the storefront closed, and it still hasn't been rented out. This place used to be a fresh food supermarket, which also closed down. Fans, it's 8:57 p.m. now. I just finished filming a few days ago. After opening this hot pot restaurant, I realized that running a physical business isn't easy. But I'm not allowed to say so in case there won't be enough people willing to do it. Look at the street, the entire mall is empty. I was going to try and attract customers here, but there's not a single person. This market today really made me cry. It's 10:05 a.m. now, and I've only sold $3. How am I supposed to do this business? How can I keep going? It's so hard. $3? $3. I've only sold $3. It's too difficult. I can't do this anymore. A female clothing store owner said the overall economy is very sluggish right now, and the same is true in cities, large and small, across China. Before, the streets were packed with people. It was incredibly bustling. But during the COVID-19 pandemic, many shops closed down, one after another, and now there are hardly any customers. Some netizens also said that most people are just looking and not buying. Even if there's foot traffic, it doesn't bring in much actual consumption. Many owners of door and window shops, restaurants, and retail businesses said, "We can't survive anymore." One wrong step leads to another. Hundreds of thousands of kilograms of tangerines haven't sold. If this continues, they'll really just end up as fertilizer. Many people say they can't afford them, but we can't sell them. Where did we go wrong? It's over, friends. It's over. I might not live to see the price of tangerines go up. Tangerines might really become killing tangerines. Look at the market situation. So much stock is stuck here. Hello everyone, I'm Peng Di, the production area agent, currently located in Guilin Market. I won't say anything more, just look at the quality. All the tangerines are being dumped, a whole truckload, a few cents a pound, not for sale. I just want to ask, where are all the people? This market is so big and there's not even anyone to haggle with. Whether you buy or not is irrelevant. The important thing is to come and browse. There's not a single person in sight.
给大家看看佛山这边的一个情况，有些人已经住不起房子了。
Let me show you the situation in Foshan. Some people can't afford housing anymore and have to sleep on the streets. It's really difficult for some people to survive now. This is the current situation in Foshan. Without money for rent, they can only pitch tents under overpasses.
没钱租房，只能搭帐篷在天桥底。
The first batch of young people returning to their hometowns in 2026 has arrived. What's your situation? You're here on the 8th day of the Lunar New Year. My goodness, you are already clamoring to go back to work on the 8th day of the Lunar New Year, and today is only. How come you get back? What happened? Don't film me. Do you get into a factory? You didn't. They don't want you anymore.
一个进了厂了，你有没有进厂啊？厂里不要你了。
That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, or share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.